a scientist.
Suffice it that the blood of 1,000 men and women was spilled in these walls. Limbs twisted and broken, eyes gouged from bloody sockets, flesh burned black.
Please. No way for dead. In death, there are no accidents, no coincidences, no mishaps, and no escapes. What you have to realize is that we're all just a mouse that a cat has by the tail.
The number you have reached, 911, has been changed to a non-published number.
Warning, the following show contains conservative posturing, radical Christian ideas, and may offend pagans, Wiccans, Islamic fundamentalists, and other unenlightened individuals. Callers and guests may be subjected to brash and offensive comments by the hosts and any other type of bullying tactics available. But that's okay. We know why you're here.
This concludes this test of the emergency broadcast system.
Tonight is April 27th, 2014.
Any line? There we go. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Yeah. We just
We have arrived. We are
once
here.
again. Welcome to World of the Unexplained. I'm Jay Scott.
I'm Free Solo.
Free Solo. It's like a combination of Han Solo and Freedom or something. Free Solo.
That's it.
Or maybe you're asking me to free you, Solo, because you're encapsulated in that thing.
No,
you know?
really, Free Solo would be like a command to go free Solo.
Solo. Go solo.
it'd be
Go
like,
free.
Free me. I'm
Free
Han Solo.
Solo.
But instead, I just said Free Solo. You know what free soloing really is?
What is free solo?
It is like the craziest extreme sport I think that I know. Yosemite and El Capitan and all those big rock faces out there in California.
Oh yeah.
Well, apparently what free soloing is, dudes get on those rock faces, which can number up to several hundred feet, and they have like a little bag of talcum powder that they carry with them, and that's it. And so they climb the side of a rock face
With a bag of talcum
with
powder.
for grip strength.
Yeah,
And
well,
they
I knew that.
Clamber
I
up.
thought it was for their hair. Come on.
I'm just trying to be as detail oriented as possible.
I understand.
But they call it free soloing. That's what they call it.
That is really weird.
It is crazy, and of course, lots of people die doing it.
Oh, imagine.
I don't know. It just seems to go against your survival instinct. But it's pretty curious. Free soloing.
Well, tonight we were supposed to have on Richard. Is it Richard? Richard. Robert. I'm sorry. See, I'm terrible with names. We were going to do it. Robert Robertson. That's it. We were going to do a show on basically these different kinds of quests. He calls them legend tripping. But we
Legend
seem
tripping
to not
sounds really
be
cool.
able to get a hold of our guests. So we're just going to play the, play to our crowd.
We're gonna call it free rolling.
Free rolling.
Yes.
We're going free solo on
Not
the
free-
on the radio.
Yeah. No, it's free solo on the radio. It's called free rolling.
Free rolling.
Yes.
There we go.
Well, we don't have any safety.
Sounds like some kind of drug term.
Yes, lawyer. I guess
We're
maybe it
rolling.
does a little bit.
We're free rolling.
But I'm
Not to be confused with free basing.
yeah. See, that's where you're getting it from. I'm just saying free rolling because I'm all about some hip hop.
Who's Roland and why do we need to free him?
That's free Roland, like the song of Roland. 12th century. Hello.
Have you seen Anchorman too?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh my gosh, it is hilarious.
Well, isn't it?
I saw some other people are giving it some bad talk on the Facebook the other day, and I'm sorry, but it was good.
It was really. I mean, my favorite part of that first movie was when he's playing the flute, and they're all of a sudden they're riding, and it becomes very cartoon-like with unicorns. And
Oh, yes.
riding along rainbows. That and Steve Carell. Probably his best role ever in anything.
Well, not to give anything much away, but there's this one scene that I'll talk about that's just really funny because they're all traveling. Ron Burgundy gets this large camper, and so he installs he's got all these bowling balls in the corner. Ron, what do you got all these bowling balls? He's like, well, and he's got, oh, look, I installed this deep fat fryer in the sink here, and he had all this stuff set up in this camper like RV type thing, and they're riding down the road, and all of them are sitting back there, and me and my wife were watching a movie. I was like, "Who's driving the van?" Right? That's what I'm thinking. That just pops out of my mouth. I'm like, "Who's driving this thing?" Because everybody's back there, and all of a sudden, they all look at each other, and one of the guys says, "Hey, Ron, who's driving?" And he's like, "It's all right. It's on cruise control." They're like, "Ron, cruise control doesn't. It only controls the speed." And then the next thing you know, you see the bowling balls starting to hit people, and the oil comes out and burns. So and they're all like flying around. It's just a really hilarious scene, though. It's like, don't worry, I have it on cruise control. But just for that scene alone, it was
okay. But then you told the scene, so now people aren't.
Oh no, that's just one of many.
It was in the trailers.
Oh, it was. Okay. It was in the trailers.
Speaking of which, trailers and movies, I remember one time Scott and I saw this movie trailer for this movie called Lost Souls, and it had Winona Ryder. Like that was gonna make it good. I think Keanu Reeves was in it too, which should have been the second death knell. Whoa, whoa. That's what I like to call him. Whoa, and
dude, and excellent.
And that was his finest role. It was
radical.
Party on. No, that's
Wayne's World. Yeah, you can't be mixing.
Yeah, that's true. We should all dress up like that for Halloween. We should be. Obviously, I guess I'm Ted. I would have to be Keanu because I'm tall and dark-headed. So,
that means that leaves me with the guy that doesn't have a career anymore.
Dana Carvey.
Yeah,
no, the blonde.
You're mixing them up again.
Oh, what's funny, because in Wayne's World,
what was his name, D? You could pull it up. Let us know his name is. I'm wondering what happened.
But in Wayne's World, you had Mike Myers, and he went on to make such classic films like The Love Guru, and
he made
and then Dana
Austin
Carvey, Powers, and Dana Carvey basically went away. Man of investigation.
He tried to do his comeback film was supposed to be that Master of Disguise.
Master of Disguise.
Have you guys seen that, Chuck?
I haven't seen that. No.
It was actually good. I thought it was good, and but I guess the critics didn't like it, so no more Dana Carvey. Yes, I wonder what happened to him. I would really like to see another Austin, Powers movie.
I'm not sure. Goldmember was really a
little cheesy.
It was kind of wearing thin by that point.
I'd also like to see another Ace Ventura film, though. Who wouldn't?
His name is Alex Winter.
His name is Alex Winter. What has he done in the last 5 years?
Dead air. Dead air.
Apparently, he's just been doing voiceovers.
Voiceovers. Okay, what was his last major hit? What year?
Hackers.
2013. Really? What was it? Grand piano assistant in.
He also did some stuff for Robot Chicken.
Robot Chicken. Okay.
Well,
yeah.
He's the grand piano assistant for what's the film?
Grand piano.
It's called Grand Piano. What I really hate is the fact that my pen isn't working at all.
I would give you another one. I don't have one within my reach.
It's amazing. Yeah. I'm sorry that it was just.
It's not like you're taking notes on the guest. By the way, guest, if you're listening, you can give us a call at 877-722-7382, and we'll just plug you right in the show. It'll be a lot easier that way.
Yeah, we ain't mad. No, we're not. Sometimes those things happen,
So we've got some historical stuff going on though over in Vatican City.
Is there?
The Pope made two popes saints.
Really?
And
Two popes?
No, two dead popes. It was Pope John Paul II and Pope the guy from the 70s before him.
Not the one that supported the Nazis.
I think it's the one that was only Pope for like a month and died mysteriously.
The mob assassinated him.
That's a show that I wanted.
If you ever watched?
Well, I wanted to do a show. Yeah, exactly. Well, I wanted to do a show on that particular thing because there's a big conspiracy, and just before he became Pope, they changed the rules to say that you could not do an autopsy on the Pope.
That's interesting.
And then he was a Pope for what was it, 30-some days? It was a little
he
over
was
30
like
days.
Henry Harrison of popes.
And then
how do you like that? Do you like that, Scott? I thank you.
Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome.
But it was one of those things where he wasn't Pope for very long at all. And there's been a few books written about it, and I always thought that would be a good show topic for the conspiracy surrounding this Pope.
Yeah, you don't really hear a lot about the conspiracy of assassinated popes. I guess because they assume that popes get assassinated a lot.
Well, the whole conspiracy is that he was poisoned.
Yeah.
And that's why they wouldn't do the autopsy because,
I remember this has no, well, it has something to do with popes, but it just tells you how squirrely the papacy has been in the centuries past. There was this one pope, and apparently he died, and they basically tried him of heresy after he was dead, and so they put his dead body up on trial, and they put set him up there, and it was like, how do you plead? And you know what I'm saying? And of course they
found him guilty. Imagine,
of course they convicted him of heresy, and then they threw his body into
after they excommunicated him.
Yeah, and so they threw his body rather than bury him in sacred grounds. They threw his body in the Tiber, and so some villagers basically revered him saintly like, and so they found his water soaked corpse flesh arm was the only piece of him that they found, and they took it out of the river and kept it as a holy relic.
That's really nasty.
Weird,
I bet that relic stank, dude.
Sure
Oh man.
Or maybe it didn't, because
How about walking into church and being overwhelmed by the Spirit?
Well, it's the incorruptibility of the remains, man. Yeah. Saintly things apparently don't smell bad.
Apparently they don't decay. Right?
Sanctified, right? Exactly.
Some story I read about some hand of some saint or something. It's probably just a fiction story. I don't know.
There's a lot of hand stories.
A lot of hand stories.
Saint hand. There's the saint hand.
You're making that.
You should look up and see if there is a saint hand. HAND.
Wow. Okay. Now that we've offended all our Catholic listeners,
I thought I was being very knowledgeable about the Catholic faith until I talked about Saint Hand. Sorry,
Saint Anne de Beaupré.
Oh yes, yes, Saint Anne de Beaupré. That was a beautiful
waterfall area.
Yep.
Church.
Well, I was thinking about the waterfall.
Both was nice,
and the church was also nice. And I have absolutely no pictures of that place.
I do. I had them.
You gave me a couple of pictures, but
you lost them, didn't you?
Yeah,
that's okay.
I have some experience with.
I still have the book. I can make you another.
The Scat Man, that song, and I'm not going to get into it.
Anyway, the point is that what was the? Oh yeah, so the Pope. We've got the retired Pope standing beside the current Pope.
Yeah, what is
while they're bringing two popes and two dead popes into sainthood.
What is his official title?
I can't remember.
Benedict. I mean, is it like emeritus or emeritus?
Yeah, Pope Emeritus or something
Pope
like that.
Emeritus. That's what I thought.
Yeah, it was weird to see both the former Pope and the current Pope on the same stage together.
Yeah, that is strange.
It was intriguing.
I haven't really been keeping up with the news at all. I've been
okay.
I've been sick, as you can't tell.
I can't tell.
It's spring break, so I basically lived out in the woods.
Oh, so you didn't have class?
No, it's spring break. Spring break.
Man, I tell you, teachers have the best jobs for the holiday issues, man. I mean, really, okay. It's awesome.
It is pretty awesome.
Because in the summertime, man, you're off for like 3 months, dude. Right?
Yeah, I think so. Not this summer, but for the most part, you're right. And of course,
why not this summer?
Because of the snow days and stuff.
Oh well, I bet. I mean, yeah. But I mean, you still get the 3 months off minus the week that you might have to make up, right?
Yeah, something like that. And so I don't know. I'd rather not talk about my profession, but well, I'm just saying, No, you don't know. I'm just being very cryptic. And why is it being so shady about things?
Excuse me.
Never you mind. Okay.
Well, I thought enlightening young minds was something that was very noble.
It is enlightening.
Very noble profession. I would
thank you, Scott. As is protecting the freedoms of our country.
That's right.
Via the American Constitution, and defending people's right to a speedy public trial, and many of the other Bill of Rights amendments.
That's right. The ones that this president ignores.
Except for the enumerated rights. That's the one that always gets people.
What is this? Oh, this is St. Stephen's Basilica, a Roman Catholic basilica in Budapest, Hungary. It's named in honor of Stephen, the first king of Hungary, whose right hand is housed. Oh, he found it. Dee found this for me. His right hand is housed in the reliquary. Thank you. It was the 6th largest church building in Hungary before 1920. Today, it is the 3rd largest church building in present-day Hungary. This is from Wikipedia.
Now, is that in Budapest?
Yeah.
It's an interesting town, Budapest.
So this is the real deal, huh?
Yeah, must be. Saint Stephen was he was a very, very influential figure. He was a member of the Arpad family, I think.
I don't see anything else about the hand, though.
ARPAD. Anyway.
I guess his right hand is still housed there.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I'm pretty sure Stephen was an Arpad.
Stephen was a what?
And that was his family line, the Arpads.
Oh, I don't know.
And then the Magyars invaded. Oh, stop, man. Stop talking about the history.
Oh, he's got a picture of it there, yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Is it decayed? I can't really see it from...
It looks mummified.
So
it looks like a mummified hand.
It's not just bones, it's just...
Skin and... Yeah.
Oh, nice, yeah. Oh, well, probably don't smell no more,
Well, this is true. Maybe it never did.
Might not have. I don't know.
I bet it smells like beef jerky.
Beef jerky? It's just so wrong, Chuck.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. Well, on that note, so I released the episode of our interview with Bishop Sean Manchester.
Oh my gosh, no kidding.
And we've received quite a few downloads of that. It was a very popular episode, so I put it back up.
That's awesome. Yeah, that was a really good episode.
It was a great episode, man. It's one of the most requested episodes we have. And then I noticed that we actually, on the Wikipedia page for the Highgate Vampire, there's actually a link to our old interview with him in the footnotes.
Are you serious?
And it was the wrong link because that where we used to house it, we got shut down.
Yeah.
So I just went in there and edited Wikipedia and gave them the new link for it. And last I checked, they hadn't changed it. So when you click on the link now, it just pulls the show up and starts playing.
Highgate Vampire?
Yeah.
We made Wikipedia.
Well, no, I mean, they won't give us a page, but...
Well, I mean, yeah, but we're referenced in Wikipedia.
We're referenced in Wikipedia.
Along with that guy who wrote like a scientific academic journal, isn't that right?
On...
I don't know. You told me about it one night.
Scientific academic journal. Oh, no, there's a guy that wrote a paper about and referenced us in the paper for that interview because he was doing some paper on the Highgate Vampire.
Oh, okay.
He referenced our interview with Bishop Manchester in the paper, which is available on the internet as well.
Wow.
In PDF format.
It's kind of PDF.
Yes,
really.
it's PDF.
It's pretty awesome, actually. Well, we're tooting our own horns here.
That's right. That's what we do here. Toot, toot.
And, well...
Not to be confused with the World of Explained.
World of the Explained Museum. Oh, yes. Ripley's
yes. World of the...
No.
Is that down in South Carolina? Like in Myrtle Beach?
San Francisco.
Sure.
Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat. We just got paid $1,000 to say. I'm kidding.
One in Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
In Gatlinburg.
Oh, okay.
I've been to Gatlinburg. Never been to San Fran.
Family fun place.
It is.
Yes.
Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg.
I don't remember having any family fun when I was up there. Last time I was in Gatlinburg. I'm serious though. I mean, I shouldn't go.
What were you doing in Gatlinburg?
Don't you worry about it, Scott. Sorry, man. It was. No, there was.
This show just gets better and better, doesn't it?
Trent Lackey reveals some cryptic things about Gatlinburg, Tennessee. No. You and I have a mutual friend who can discuss that trip.
Okay, I'll have to hear about that on the break.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Anyway, the number here, guys, a live number. We are live right now. It's 877-722-7382. You'll hear my voice. Hit 1, and it'll bring you into the show.
That's cool. That's better than the old system we had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway. It's the same system, actually. It hasn't changed.
No.
Because it also says, or if you're listening to Third Rail Radio. So, yeah, it's the same system.
Chuck nods acquiescently.
Is the site still up anymore, Chuck?
The site is at the podcast. All right.
Oh, so the site's still up, but you can't listen to anything? That's probably for the best anyway.
Yeah. I believe we should form a narco-anarchist commune.
How do you feel about that whole Cliven Bundy thing?
I don't know what you're talking about, Scott.
Okay. Well,
why don't you preface it for me, and I'll have some kind of unbiased opinion about it.
Cliven Bundy was all the pundits on the right got behind him because he was allegedly standing up for his rights to graze his cattle out west. And what had happened is, basically, his family's been grazing the land with his cattle for I guess since 1800 and something or other. But anyway, the government a decade ago maybe, they got into a big court fight over it because the Bureau of Land Management now manages the property, and it's federally owned land. So they're basically suing him, and they want him to pay them fees to graze the land, even though his family's never had to pay fees before. So he said no, and they've been fighting over it. And finally, I guess the court finally came back and said, you owe them money. So he said, no, I'm still not going to pay it. So they came out and they started taking his cattle off of the land.
Yeah.
And so then they started basically showing up with guns, and they were basically having a standoff with the federal government over all this. And so, of course, a lot of the right-wing talkers got behind him and stood up for his rights to defend, them from taking his cattle. And then, what was it, 2 weeks later, maybe he's given some kind of speech or something, and he starts talking about how the black people he calls them Negroes, and says that they were better off. They might have been better off being slaves than the current system because they're slaves now, and just a bunch of really
that's pretty
kind of a racial tirade that he went on, and so now everybody's kind of backed off of supporting him now. But it's just funny how quickly the waters, the tide turns when you get behind someone that you know nothing about.
Exactly. Maybe you got to do a little research. We have the internet now, so
we do.
You can do all kinds of research. Those people, I got no, they shouldn't. They got nothing to. Oh my gosh, man! I'm sorry.
Anyway,
they deserve what they got there. Why
pay your taxes.
Exactly.
Dude.
Why the land management?
It's kind of the way I felt about it
Why
at
did
the beginning.
Why
couldn't see why anybody was standing up for him.
Why the Bureau of Land Management want the land?
It's their land.
Oh, so okay. Well, I'm sure this situation happens a lot with farmers. That they go elsewhere and they probably do, pay the BLM some kind of.
Yeah, but it was just kind of weird. So it's just a weird story from the past week.
And then all of a sudden he turns out to be a racist.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, well done.
Research.
Yet another good category for the Republicans to check for the next election.
Well, yeah, they're batting 1,000, man. I mean, they really are paying attention to everything.
I mean, let's just be honest though. The average American voter is really so stupid that that's the reason the country's in the trouble it's in today.
It's funny how you say the word stupid.
That's true.
Say it's stupid.
Stupid. Stupid.
There. Wow. Now we're going to some heavy. The educational capacity of the average American voter. Yeah. You're
probably dumb.
Well, no, I don't know about that because, when you go to the voting booth, Scott.
Yeah.
What is the typical demographic of the people at the voting booths?
All walks of life, all ages, all, whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Not all ages.
Not all.
I mean, all ages, all voting ages.
Really?
Yeah.
There's no.
I see old people. I see young people. I see people my age. I see older people. Yeah.
Maybe because you're in the cosmopolitan
city of Kernersville. Yes. Yeah, it's huge. We're so racially diverse there too, and actually we are. I mean, there's black people, there's Chinese people. There's everybody.
Okay. Well,
I see a very diverse makeup when I go.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm sure Chuck does in Greensboro. Oh, you're in High Point now. Well, I'm sure you're still doing High Point. Yeah.
So you see a fairly diverse.
Well, dude, let's face it. You're in Moxville, okay? sprawling metropolis of Moxville.
And then I was in Davison.
Davie County.
I was in Davison County. It was pretty much just kind of middle-aged to older white people.
Yeah.
And then in Davie County, pretty much the same way.
I think Kernersville and Greensboro's a little different, though.
Probably so. And, that's an interesting kind of political makeup of the state, too, because, I would probably wager a guess that 2/3, or at least a good 1/3, is that demographic that I am surrounded by when I vote.
The majority of people are just stupid because they don't understand how things work, and I think that's probably part of it. It's neither here nor there. But I will say that the funniest thing I find this election cycle, however, is the Kay Hagan attack ads that she's been running on Tom Tillis. Is he likes Obamacare too, so don't vote for him. Because he's a Republican challenger. He said he liked Obamacare. You shouldn't vote for him.
So basically,
even though I supported it,
the reason why you wouldn't vote for me,
I want you to use that reason not to vote for him and for you to vote for me.
It's pretty interesting.
That tactic probably will work.
Yeah, it's because the American voters are so stupid. Like Chuck said, the tactic might work.
Yeah,
because the voter will forget that she is the initial supporter of the Obamacare, and they'll just look at him and go, "He likes Obamacare. We don't like him."
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It kind of is. I don't know what I want to think about politics. I've never really voiced my political opinions about stuff.
Like the Jesse Helms hands ad back in the day. I mean, that's classic.
The what now?
The hands ad.
What do you mean?
Well, it was affirmative action. Basically, he was like, affirmative action's wrong, and you shouldn't get that job just because you're not the right color. And he showed like a white man's hands and a black man's hands, and that's why they call it the hands ad. And he won because of that ad.
No kidding.
No kidding.
So what was the point of the hands? Showing like the hands are the same. They're just hands like any other.
No, it was just implying that you're just as well qualified as the guy of color, but the guy of color is getting the job because they have quotas they have to meet.
Yeah.
That was the purpose behind the ad, and it really hit with a lot of people in the state very hard, and they voted him in. But the entire political career, though, of Helms, no one in his home district ever voted for him. He always lost at home. Yeah.
Maybe because they knew
what kind of person he was. I don't know.
The guy that was responsible for that ad is actually a guy named Dick Morris.
Oh, Dick Morris?
I didn't know. The same guy who did the Willie Horton ad.
Oh, okay.
Willie Horton. Hold on. Is that
Bill Clinton?
Yeah, they did.
Willie Horton was a criminal or something. That am I right about that, Chuck?
I think he was convicted of rape. He was let out in the revolving door policy of Massachusetts.
Yeah, right.
In the ad, and of course, Michael Dukakis was the evil SOB for all of it.
I think
wife,
part of that rape thing with his wife. I think that also with Kitty, where he said, if someone raped his wife, that they shouldn't be, they shouldn't be like executed or whatnot. I guess.
Kitty was
he was really calm. You should have just been like, I would have killed this.
Yeah, I would have killed him. Yeah, but he was really just too mechanical about it. Yeah, it was too fake.
He didn't look like a human being.
I was really I think that if you look though at the current demographic outlay though of the House and Senate in Washington, I think that you are going to see the Republicans take both, and I think even what's his name, 538, Nate Silver.
I don't know what you're talking
about. Okay, he used to work for New York Times. He was a baseball statistician before that. He uses statistics to predict political races. Yeah, Nate Silver, 538 was his blog. It was bought by the New York Times.
Oh, okay.
And he's predicted correctly since 2010 every call that he's made. He predicted the last presidential elections as well. And I think the last thing I heard was that he was saying that it was the Republicans he felt were going to take the House and the Senate. So interesting.
I guess so.
I'm surprised, Chuck. You didn't know Nate Silver? Really? It's kind of crazy, man.
Wait, was he in that? Was he?
You know everything about politics.
Was he represented in that movie, that baseball movie with Brad Pitt?
I have no idea.
Because there was like a major league coach, and there was a statistics dude.
I have no idea. Probably could be.
Okay.
Moneyball, something like that.
Yeah, that was it. Moneyball.
I haven't seen the film. So.
Neither have I. Isn't that awesome?
It is.
I so sound like I know what I'm talking about with movies, but I really haven't seen probably about 90% of the movies out there.
Okay,
but I sure act like I know them.
You guys want to take a break?
Sure.
I know it's in a weird time. Might as well. All right.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Is it even or odd there?
It's odd.
No, it's not. It's even. Oh, wait a minute. Is it 45 or
45?
Okay, we're buried. Okay, yeah, that's fine then.
All right, Chuck. We'll be back in a sec. And we're back. Yeah, we were just talking about during the break how we almost had Chuck Norris on that one time, and then we ended up in the end getting like kind of handed over to like his assistant that lived like 2 houses down from him.
So what's the deal with Chuck Norris's neighbor?
How disappointing that was, because we really wanted Chuck. I mean, it was still a good show though. I remember. Was that for the political show? Yeah, it was Third Rail. Okay, that's right.
Oh,
that's
right. Okay, Third Rail.
It wasn't Worldly Unexplained. Yeah, it was Third Rail.
Hey, throw that number out there.
877-722-7382 or 1-877-SCARE, the letter U, the number 2, and that'll get you into the show tonight live.
We're free rolling tonight. Free rolling, man. Rolling.
Free basing.
Stop, man. Come on. I'm just trying to be clever.
Hit us up in the chat room. Go to friendsradionetwork.com. And Mr. Clements is in the chat room right now, waiting for you. James is there.
What?
So he's waiting. You hit us up at Gmail too, worldtheunexplained@gmail.com. We'll talk to you there. Whatever's going on. Where are our live listeners? Where have they gone?
I thought there was some dude who rolled up behind my house in those woods that we're at. And I stopped, and I got my next door neighbor who's like about 13. He's 14, and we went down there looking for any kind of tracks in the mud, and and there was nothing really there. Although I saw a stamped out cigarette that was still clean, and it rained the previous days, so they had obviously been down there. And so what I decided to do was just put a whole bunch of trees over the trail. That had fallen down. And probably my favorite part of that trip was that there was apparently some kind of stuffed horse that was about life-size stuffed horse. I don't even know what it was from. It was about 5 foot tall. And so I put a couple of rounds in it with a shotgun, and that was fun. And then here's the thing. I put the horse on the road itself, and then I jammed the shotgun shells into the bullet holes, and put some in its eyes and everything like that. I thought it was, I should have taken a picture of it. It was pretty awesome.
Right. Okay.
That's a real story.
Well, where are our live listeners?
Oh my God.
What have they done to the earth? What have they done to our fair sister? I had to give one up for Chuck. They're wearing the Doors shirt tonight. So. Anyway.
Sorry, I don't know why. That's really the only thing.
So, here's my question. So how did you put the shotgun shell into the holes, because the holes would be scattered pellet?
Well, I was point blank. Yeah, it still stood up. That's the
Boys in the country.
Trent. There's something wrong with you. deep dark places that we don't talk about.
Well, my favorite part was sticking them in the eye holes.
Yeah.
So but the shiny side's out. So somebody drives up really late, or really when it's dark, and they see this kind of shot horse with like shiny objects in its eyes, and it's just
Ding 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 ding.
My neighbor's kid, he thought about rolling down their old junky pickup truck and parking it right across the road and spray painting stuff on it, like "Go away" and "Get out" and "Skull and Crossbones." I think that was kind of a very heavy Walking Dead theme there. For us.
Yeah.
It was fun though. It's a good place to go fishing, but not for you people.
Wow.
Anyway, Scott, so what's going on? How'd you spend the last week? What have you done that's interesting? Tell me now.
I had a gas chromatography class on Friday.
That sounds...
Spent 8 hours talking about forensic chromatography.
Please explain some more about this thing you call gas chromatography. Chroma must mean color of some kind.
It does, actually. What forensic gas chromatography is when you test blood for alcohol at state lab. And basically the way they do it is there's very little blood that's actually used for the testing procedure.
That's good for the applicant.
Well, what happens is they put a small amount of blood into the vial, and then they heat this up in this oven, and they heat it up to a certain, usually around 45 degrees Celsius. And then what happens is that causes the gases in the headspace of the vial, which is where the air is and there's no liquid, to basically bring those same gases out of the blood and up into that headspace. Then what happens is a needle is injected into that area, and it sucks the gas out of it. And then the gas goes through a column, which is basically just a bunch of circular wires that are actually the wires. They look like wires, but they're actually made of glass. And inside they have a coating that's inside of it. And then the different components of the different things that are in there come out at different times, like your hydrogens. Everything gets separated, and that's what chromatography is for. It's to separate these different components. So alcohol, ethyl alcohol, ETOH, has so many hydrogens, so many oxygens, so many different things like that, atomic components. Well, the atomic components of the alcohol of ETOH is very similar to the atomic components that are found in acetone, isopropanol, and things like that. So what the chromatography does is it actually separates these units, so you'll know because they come out when they come out of the tube, or the what they call the column. When they come out of the column, there's a flame ionization thingy on the other side, and so it burns these gases off at certain times. So depending on what you put in there, and it separates them out. So then it makes a little graph every time it burns one of these components.
But my understanding about ions was that they're charged particles, either negative or positive, and so the flame somehow, basically,
it's gonna burn off at different times. Yeah,
okay,
because of this the stuff that's coating the glass column.
Okay,
depends on what you coat it with. Basically, they're going to come out at different times.
Now, can you reuse these glass columns, or is it one series of columns per vial of blood?
The machine, and they run a lot of test batches at a time. I mean, generally, I think they run maybe 125 different people's tests.
So how do they separate that vial of blood from the 30th vial?
Well, because you know which run you're doing.
Okay, so on run blah blah blah, and so but the the glass vials aren't corrupted by the last test tube of gas, basically.
Well, no, it can be. I mean, that's one of the questions. I mean, if you run, you have to look at the previous runs and stuff like that to see if maybe, because when you do run your clean batch, you're not supposed to have anything on it. So
that's what. Okay. Yeah, that's the problem with testing equipment.
It was just really interesting. It was a fun-filled Friday.
It's amazing. I know more about forensic gas chromatography than I've ever known before.
I know. Isn't that amazing? I even ordered a book on it. It's about this thick.
Yeah, I mean, Chuck actually is texting about it right now.
I see that.
He is.
Interesting stuff.
Interesting. So, Chuck, what are you texting? Are you texting about forensic gas chromatography?
No. This is just a reminder.
That's it. A reminder. I mean, there's nothing more interesting than what are you reminding yourself of?
Get milk.
Like, go get some
diapers. Deodorant. Okay, that's why that's that smell. Okay.
What's that smell?
Current K-cups.
Oh my god.
So anyway,
that's very fascinating, Scott. I feel like I'm going to draw a diagram of this apparatus at a later date, or I won't do it at all. But I have the notes now, just in case.
That's just a very basic explanation.
I read an article, and it's about organic farms and Nat Geo and ship breakers.
We're not going to be publishing this podcast, are we?
I think we should.
I don't think anybody will download it.
You never know, because if you have a title like J. Scott Entrant free rolling, and if you put quotation marks, then we go like, "What's free rolling? That's so interesting." And then
they're going to find out.
Yeah, but
free solo over here. Punch it, Chewy.
I can't do that.
Oh man,
look, man, can you not hear my voice?
Okay.
Oh well, people, 24 original super songs. You get them live every night.
Feel the vibration.
I don't even know what kind of impersonation that was, actually.
I don't either.
D, what have you been doing lately? What has your week been like? You want to get up to the mic?
Yeah, just step on up, man.
Yeah.
Free rolling.
Free basing.
Well, let's see. I've been at my mother's for a week because the people have been redoing the floors in my house due to the water damage that I've had, so I haven't been at home for a week. And the only other really cool thing that's happened this week is that my wife finished her dissertation and it got approved.
Congrats.
Cool. So now it's Dr. and Mr. Clements.
Dr. and Mr.
That's awesome.
And where's the little button that gives the applause? That one.
I don't know if we have it on here.
We don't have it. Yay! I don't think we do. We used to have like buttons that did sounds and stuff. You remember that? We had like a whole panel. Had all kinds of sounds. Sound effects. Maybe that's it. That makes sense, wouldn't it?
Can we hear it if you put the sound effects on?
Yes, you can.
I don't know if we can or not.
Well, D, what is her dissertation? I mean, it's linguistics, right?
Linguistics, yeah.
Is it still about like the fictitious to be tense in African American Southern dialects and stuff? It's a pretty fascinating thing. Well, I mean, if you're into languages and stuff, I mean, I thought it was pretty fascinating because I might have told to be able to hold like
buttons.
Russian doesn't have a present to be case either.
Yeah.
I mean, it has a past to be and it has a future to be, but it has no present to be case. Yeah. So you never say I am an American. You say technically, and if you translate English, I American, or you.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Do we get clap in there? No, it says empty. No, we have to add our own effects. I guess. I don't know.
Oh my gosh!
I thought they used to come with them. Did I? Because I know I didn't add all those things. Demo effects, animals, screams, creaks, guns, explosions. I like that. Oh yeah.
We have really just listened to this. Oh my! Get down, everybody! Watch out! We gotta make it to the Ardennes by nightfall. Drink this whiskey and take a hill.
Oh, this is gonna be better. Here it comes. I'll do the eagle or the cow.
That doesn't sound. Oh.
That was the eagle.
Ow, that hurts. Unfortunately, I can't hear. I can't. Hold on, I'll get it.
A collar on the line.
Maybe it's our guest. I like that.
Wait a minute. Let me break it down for you, fella.
Feel the vibration.
No.
Feel the vibrations.
Come on, feel it, feel it.
What you be talking about? I don't know.
There you go. There you go, dude. This much for you. All right. There we go. That was
Not
supposed to be a snore, really?
It's supposed to be. No one snores like that.
I wouldn't make it a habit calling me that, son.
What was that?
That was a John Wayne excerpt.
Wow. That's awesome. I mean, wow, we should just.
The fun we had.
I mean, really.
Yeah. No, we'll have to bring this back.
No, we will publish.
We can add our own.
This is what we do when we free rolling.
That's right. I'm going to program this thing. I'm going to buy a bunch of these.
One of them should just be me saying free rolling.
Free rolling.
Absolutely.
Rolling in my 5.0.
Got the
With the top
top
down.
something.
So my hair can blow. Girlie's on standby waiting just to say hi. Did I stop? No, I just rolled by.
I knew somebody who actually bought that album. Did you own that album, Scott?
I think I may have.
I had two copies of it.
You had two copies of it?
that album.
Tape, and then I think I had it on a CD.
Oh my gosh, you spend the money for the
So
CD.
you actually moved into the digital age with Mr. Van Helsing or
No,
whatever his real name is.
Did you have you guys seen that movie That's My Boy with Adam Sandler?
No.
Well, he makes a pretty big appearance in that film, and it's really funny. As himself, yeah. That's been
So
the rise.
he's finally come to terms with realizing he was never cool, and that people and they can laugh at him. People can laugh at him now, and he's okay with that.
You know, there's this one scene in the film where they're trying to get somewhere, and so he shows up at his house, and Adam Sandler does. He's like, Ice, you still got the 5.0? He's like, oh yeah. They like roll out and they get into the car and the top's down and the music starts playing. Ding, ding, ding.
It's just the worst thing because that's one of my favorite Queen songs ever, and and that was the thing.
Under pressure.
David Bowie was in it, and
I think it was a David Bowie song with Queen.
Oh, was it? I thought it was a Queen song. I didn't know.
Was the David Bowie song with Queen?
I
Okay.
know.
Well, either way, okay, it's a really cool song.
It is a cool
Just that, All right.
It was Ice Ice Baby. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it is.
And somebody had to do it.
Yeah,
Somebody had to take the fall for being the first white rapper so you could have Eminem.
that's true. Because without the first white rapper, Eminem would have been the first white rapper.
And then he would
He
have
would
been.
have been Vanilla Ice.
Exactly. And we need.
No, hold on. No, there's that white rapper called Snow. You remember him?
He was bad too.
Informer. Da 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 da.
Yeah, I never could understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to pull up the lyrics to Informer D just to tell us what exactly they said.
I lick your boom boom down.
I lick your boom boom down.
Yeah.
That's going across real well live stream.
Yeah.
Informer.
But I mean, okay, then they're the Beastie Boys, and they're white, and
They are.
they've always been.
They're kind of like a group,
They're
though.
different, though.
It's different, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, that's true. It's sad.
And that one year they got dissed by one of the rappers at some award show. Do you remember that? The Beastie Boys, they got dissed real hard. Crowd did not like it.
Why would they diss the Beastie Boys?
Some rapper.
Who would do
Some
such
rapper
a thing?
dissed the beat. Yeah.
Who would do
Stage.
such a thing?
Some rapper, yeah.
I mean, everybody knows that the Beastie Boys were legit.
Yeah, well, apparently not them. You know,
Yeah,
they didn't think so.
Street. Are you looking up the lyrics for Informer? I'm so excited about this. Wow, I've waited all week actually to find out what the lyrics were because I've been like,
I think Dee's printing them now.
Oh, he is. I haven't had a phone.
It is a licky boom boom down.
What does that mean exactly?
Here we go. Say daddy snow me. I'm gonna blame a licky boom boom down. Detective man says daddy snow stabbed someone down the lane. It says a licky boom boom down. Informer, you say daddy snow me. I don't think this is right. I just don't.
Yeah, because Snow, I mean, he went like a big, I don't know either. He was kind of a joke, actually. He was actually a bigger joke than Vanilla Ice.
Let's see, here we go. Snow lyrics Informer. Let's see the A to Z.
From the movie, from the album.
From.
I can't remember the album title. Oh, I do.
No, it says the same thing here. A licky boom boom down. Yeah.
So basically that dude got paid a lot of money to spout some nonsense.
Pretty much, yeah. Good stuff, man.
I mean, I'm a professional hip hop artist, and even I realize
Snow is actually age 44 now from North York, Canada.
Mm-hmm. Dude's Canadian.
Dude is Canadian.
Come on, man.
Dude's Canadian.
Well, that was a very original name for himself.
Mm-hmm.
What do I call myself?
Snow.
Just look at the
what's around. Yeah, I'm gonna call myself Snow.
I'm gonna call myself Snow. Snow is soft and pleasant. It's not hard at all.
Keith O'Brien.
That's because he doesn't want people to know that he was Snow.
Oh, he's considered a Canadian reggae musician.
Canadian reggae.
Yeah, somehow if you put reggae, it becomes
cool. Yeah.
But if you're like a hip hop guy, then all of a sudden,
yeah, it doesn't work.
Here, let's.
there you go. You want your Snow lyrics?
Yeah, I've been waiting, man. I've been waiting 80 years about this. I think I'm gonna try to do some of these lyrics in the voice of Bane. You ready? Here we go. The bigger they are, they can say they're more power. They're on the phone. Me say that on hour. Me wants to use it once to call my lover.
Wow, that's pretty wild.
Lover, who I'm going to call is the one Tommy. Did you know Bane's girlfriend was named Tammy?
I did not know that.
Apparently.
And you sound more like Morgan Freeman than Bane.
Well, okay. Yeah, you're right. It's not a very good Bane accent. Actually, it's a good Bane accent if my voice were proper. I think my Bane accent is quite good, but But apparently,
it is what it is.
Morgan Freeman's girlfriend then, Tammy. Oh my God! I love it from my heart down to my belly. Stop. We should compile an original musical composition and say it's from World of the Unexplained, and really it's just these clips, one after the other, and then we should record it and publish it, and somebody out there on the internet will.
This is a weird show.
Wait a minute, hold on, play that one again. Ooh, yeah, play the. Yeah, see, oh man, this is an untapped gold mine.
Yeah,
resources.
That was really loud.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, what? If you open up a flat screen, you'll find a piece of plastic that makes that noise. No, the noise two noises ago. How many sound effects do you have?
A lot.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I like that first one. Hold on. I just put that on loop or something.
That's like a massage for my eardrum.
I know, right? Yeah, it was kind of nice.
We're doing inner ear massages.
Inner massages here on World of the Unexplained.
Oh my God.
We don't have a guest, so we're going to go crazy.
We're free rolling, Scott. This
Free
is
rolling.
called free rolling, okay? Way to go, Herbert. Samuel. You get back in the pen now.
And I think people are on Fridge Radio are stuck listening to this.
I know. It's horrible. It really is.
They probably all just turned off the radios. Right?
They probably did.
I don't know what they're doing.
We don't know what we're doing. 877-722-73. The other one can.
We gotta take that hill, Scott. Chuck, we got this.
I don't think I can make it.
Oh, damn you! Hang in there.
Plummet, we got anybody from sitcom?
Oh, this has been disastrous.
Look, you're not cruising where you need to be cruising. It's not a disaster. This is improvisational radio, just like in the olden days.
It is improv.
It is completely improv. That was a massage for my eardrums. It's probably one of the best lines I've ever. Thank you, Chuck Browder.
Yeah, we'll have to put that in the clip. It's a massage for my eardrums. Chuck Browder says, "World of the Unexplained" is quote massage for my eardrums.
I think he's tweeting it now on his phone. See, I haven't had a phone in like about 2 or 3.
That's right. You lost your phone.
Yeah, it's somewhere. It's around my house somewhere. But I mean, I think it's quite liberating not having a phone anymore.
It's a massage for your.
That's like massage. It's just freedom, man. Open road and eagles.
Open road and
soaring
eagles
in the sky.
Let me see where. No, that's on the other one, man.
See,
sorry. Yeah. You gotta warn me of that. Give me like some
It's
kind
a
of
problem,
sign.
man. You got to be on the ball.
You gotta give me a sign, man.
Okay, well,
At a time when you're gonna do something like
are
that.
we going to come up with a series of
Nonverbal cues?
nonverbal cues? Okay. Well, and since we're never going to practice something until we
It's
get
just
here,
gonna. You're gonna say. No, play like a rooster when you want like an eagle or something. It's gonna be bad.
is there a sound on there that sounds like an old man complaining about something?
That would just be the John Wayne one.
Are you sure? Maybe there's. Can we add our own vocal sounds?
Yes,
to
we
this?
can. We can.
Oh my gosh! Then that's what we should be. That should be Friday night for us. Well,
yeah, it should be.
you know,
I wouldn't make it a habit calling me that, son.
John Wayne. You
know what else we need? We
sound like
need
you've been drinking, John.
We need Clint Eastwood saying, "Go ahead, punk, make my day." That would be a good one. What do you think? Yeah.
Nothing like dead air. Awesome.
Anyway, let's break up. Let's take a break. How's that sound, guys? You're listening to World of the Unexplained or not?
Thank you for calling me out on that, D. About the dead air.
We'll be back in a sec. And we're back. World of the Unexplained. This is Jay Scott. We're having a crazy night of
Free rolling.
fun shenanigans.
Free rolling.
Free rolling.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you, invisible crowd. Thank you.
Yeah, they're at least more alive than the phone lines tonight. 877-722-7382.
Yep. Without a doubt. So
Trent's decided to come up with something to keep you listening.
well, are we going to put it now? I mean, I guess we can if we want to.
We can, yeah. They've already signed off by now. If they,
Yeah, so it's like, this is just something to yeah, basically.
we need a meow sound so I can, when I say stuff like, we're going to let the cat meow out of the bag.
Let's crack.
We're going to let the eagle out of the sack.
Let's take the eagle out of the cove.
There we go.
Let the rooster out of the roost. Anyway, I wanted to talk about my beloved cat.
Your air quote fingers cat.
They can't see the quote unquote fingers, Scott. It's radio. Nobody see. They don't see you winking either. By the way, that's that whole.
You mean your cat whose name is Mr. Nichols?
Yes. What? Mr. Nichols, my cat. He's a great cat, Mr. Nichols. He's a heck of a guy. Oh my God.
If you're still listening to this,
that was the Oh, we're supposed to label that crap. Crap. Laggy, get it together, dude. All right, man. But Mr. Nichols is a great cat. He really is. I mean, he's probably the smartest animal as far as cats go that I've ever,
including smarter than the Bladenboro vampire beast.
Well, he might have those genetics because Mr. Nichols likes to kill rats and stuff. And
speaking of Eastern North Carolina, you know they had some tornadoes there last week.
Have they really?
Yeah, it's pretty good size ones, little F2s that did some damage.
That's probably a little more interesting than talking about my cat, Mr. Nichols.
Mr. Nichols, yeah. Well, Mr. Nichols would not have liked the F2 tornado.
No, not really.
And it was up in that area of like
Pasquotank.
Thank you.
Currituck, Camden. Yeah, that's my favorite North Carolina counties.
That was where they were at.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's odd that you see them up there.
It is, but Eastern North Carolina does get some. And they're warning everyone for this week in the Midwest. They're saying there's going to be some really massive tornado outbreaks. They're thinking on the lines of the April 2011 ones that were really devastating, really large killer tornadoes.
Actually, that bears in mind. It's got it is a paranormal thing. Have you ever heard of the so-called Guns of Vandermeer?
No, I have not. What is that?
Vandermeer is a little community on the Albemarle Sound. See, if you don't know anything about North Carolina geography, the eastern part of North Carolina, near the coast, there are these two sort of inland waterways. One's called the Albemarle, and the other is the Pamlico, and they're sounds, which basically means they're divided from the ocean by the Outer Banks, but they are salt water. Anyway, and there's two of them down there. And anyway, Vandermeer is this little town, and apparently every spring, for a little while, these loud cannon-sounding noises go off that are totally unexplained. There really is no explanation for them. It was on a TV show not too long ago. I read the story many years back, actually, when we went down to the Outer Banks, so that tells you how long that's been. And and they're called the Guns of Vandermeer. And so you hear these loud rocking cannon-like booms that kind of shake windows. Sometimes they smash windows. And you can hear them really a 20 or 30 mile radius from that little community of Vandermeer. And then also there's this other, I guess probably related story called fish catch or fish crawl, where basically all like crabs.
You know what I think? You know what I think we should do? I'm sorry. This was. Go ahead. Finish your story.
Anyways, it won't take long. Fish crawl basically shortly after the guns go off. Then all of a sudden, a lot of like crustaceans start scurrying up on the coast, and people
getting away from the guns.
Well, I guess so. And they get out there and they start picking them up, and so it's free fish, free crabs and stuff for the people.
Free crabs.
Where's the sound effect for that?
I don't have a sound effect for crabs, man.
That's not it.
As close as we got to chicken.
That was great, and I appreciate that. And Chuck was too busy phonering or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. I just wanted to say
what I was going to say is we could start like a little add-on to our show where we could actually like take the video camera with us and go to some of these haunted locations in North Carolina, like what's the one where they see the light,
the Mako station.
Yeah, we could go like the whole group. We could just jump in the van and head out, like the van that we don't have, but we could jump into Chuck's car that can seat four.
Listen, get a fictitious van, and then we'll throw ourselves in there, and then we're going to drive several hours to the east.
I'll put it on cruise control.
We'll have a party in the back with some bowling balls, and then we'll go look for some strange. I said strange. That's how I say that word. Strange.
What I'm saying is we could go down there as a group, and then we'll just post our little YouTube video on the website of us looking for the lights. Yeah, be like a TV version of World of the Unexplained.
That's true. We'll just
have the camera, because the first time there's a freaky noise, the camera will
oh, that's true. And I'll just replace myself with someone more attractive. And
there's a reason we do radio, folks.
Yeah.
And the part of Trent Lackey today is being played by Val Kilmer.
Oh, God.
Part of Chuck Browder is being played by Michael J. Fox, who will appear in his in his costume for the Teen Wolf movie. As the wolf character in the basketball uniform. Yes. Actually, better yet, no, not the basketball uniform. You remember when he was going to be in the play and he was playing like a Confederate soldier? Yeah. So in the Confederate soldier outfit with a sword. Yeah.
Oh my God.
That would be as the wolf. Yeah.
I never saw that movie, Scott.
I've seen the sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a sequel.
There's a sequel with Justin Bateman. Yeah. Teen Wolf 2. But what's so funny is, now MTV has revisited that as a series, I believe. I haven't seen it, but
oh yeah, it is, isn't it? It's probably pretty cheap.
You live on, Chuck. There's a guy that works at the Guitar Center where Chuck, that he looks like Chuck, man. They could be brothers. They both got the hair and the beard and it's red, and it's Is
his name Buck? Tom? Fred?
Let's just go down a list of common American names and
David, Francis,
George,
Sergio,
Frank, Jim, Billy,
Charles,
Joey, Jeffrey,
Lord Townsend,
Michael,
Professor Trippington,
Stefan.
That's close.
That's close. All right. Well, we've almost identified him.
What did I just... Professor Sharpie.
The part of J. Scott will be played by Tom Cruise.
Look, see those lights over there? Yeah.
No. The part of James Clements will be played by Keanu Reeves.
Whoa.
See those guys? See those lights? Whoa.
Swah. Mr. Nichols would love that.
Iceman, hurry up.
Come on, Goose.
Goose.
You got to be my wingman. Come on. I've never seen Top Gun either.
No, better yet. Hey, Trent. What, man?
What?
I think she's lost that loving feeling. This has deteriorated.
I'm laughing so hard. I might be blacking out. Have you ever laughed so hard that you blacked out?
No.
Okay, I was just guessing. I'm not saying I have, but
we can do these roles also with other people. Like,
sure.
Let's see. Trent will be played by Richard Gere.
Oh, Richard Gere, really?
Yeah.
Will be played by Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito. There we go. Chuck will be played by Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes.
And James Clement's character will be played by Morgan Freeman.
I think that's a good idea. Through the wormhole. Are we gonna have an all-female version where
Puma,
like you can be that what was it, Samantha Fox, and I could be Tia Carrere, and we're doing a female version of this.
He could be Jessica Alba.
Well, that's pretty good. And Chuck, let's see,
B. Arthur.
Lucille Ball. From the 50s, Lucille Ball. That's the only redhead I can think of, Chuck.
Yes, I just think the author would be. Yeah.
I don't think she was ever a redhead.
No, it doesn't matter. It's just funny.
Oh. She's funny.
She's funny to me.
She might be dead.
Nah, is she? Oh, well. Okay, the ghost of B. Arthur.
Okay. Well, here's another segment that we have. Basically, I'm going to say some names of famous people, and you're going to tell me if they're dead or not. All right. Here's the first one. The Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
I'm pretty sure he's alive. Yeah.
Well, how are we going to prove this one way or another? Chuck, fact checker. Let's find that. Okay, so you say he's alive.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, well, all right, throw one at me. So, just so
Andy Griffith.
Andy Griffith was never
he's dead, man.
Yeah, I know.
That singer for the band Crocus.
I have no clue. I don't even know who he is. Didn't listen to the band, and
come on, he was
just
the most Grim Reaper. You remember that song, Crocus, man?
I got you.
Chuck, you know who the lead singer of Crocus is. See, that's why the fact checker's there. Okay, is The Rock alive?
I'm pretty sure.
I heard he died from falling somewhere.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
It's funny because I don't really read the news.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Events at all.
Yeah, it's terrible. It
You know,
really
but
is.
it just made
I'm
that
surprised
up.
you haven't been keeping up with what's going on in Russia, though.
Oh, I've been. I do keep up with what's going on in Russia,
Okay, well,
but I don't need newspapers to get my information from.
Oh, I see.
You follow
Informa.
what? That was a great segue, actually.
It was. Yes.
Yeah.
That's very comedic.
Yes, it was.
Do what?
He's
alive. Yeah, he's alive.
Okay,
All right.
what about the lead singer of Crocus there?
I think Chuck's fact checking.
Well, you got to tell me if he's alive or dead yet, Scott.
Oh, I think he's probably alive. I don't know.
He's not on Wikipedia.
Oh, big surprise. Neither are we. There we go. Again, look at that. See,
Us
there we
and
go.
Crocus. We just got jilted.
Yeah. Well, maybe Chuck's spelling wrong.
There.
Oh, he's not. Just the band is. Okay.
Wait, hold on.
What's the name of the lead singer of Crocus? Just so I know for future reference.
It looks like it's Chris Von Rohr.
Chris Von Rohr. Okay. I'm sure that's his real name and not a pseudonym.
Yeah, I think they're from Germany or something. That could be the Easter egg,
I have the tiger.
but it's not really. I've already said the Easter egg tonight.
Yes.
What
you
could have possibly
Mr.
been?
Nichols. Mr. Nichols, the cat. Yeah.
I was trying to let them figure it out.
Oh, I'm
And you
sorry.
just
I'm
gave
sorry. I
it
just
away.
gave it away.
Now there's like a full 17 minutes that they're, well, I know the Easter egg now.
Yeah,
Click.
exactly. Now it's
You know,
over.
the whole
Yeah.
purpose of
Cut
it.
the show. No, they didn't know, man. I mean, we had that great scene with me and you and Teen Wolf and investigating the lights as different famous actors. That's just pure. You can't buy that. You know, it's just you can't make that. You can't script that. That's just gold, man. You know, it's like, you know, every day, you know, I put my pants on the same way that Tom Cruise does, one leg at a time. It's just I make gold records.
That's true. Yeah.
Gold records. Yeah,
I put my pants on with both legs at the same time.
that's because you have short legs.
That went below the belt, man, my friend.
Below the belt, it did.
And I keep walking into these things. You know, I don't really know how to dig my way out. I'm trapped. There's a shovel, shoelace factory. I can't stop making these daggone shoelaces.
Oh, at least you're not in China working as a
I
slave.
might be in China making
It
shoelaces.
could be. I don't think they make shoelaces in China.
Chris Von Rohr is still alive.
Chris Von Rohr is still alive. Okay,
All right.
well, you're back to your court there, Scott.
Okay. Let me think of someone obscure.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I got a great one.
Someone obscure that may or may not still be alive.
Okay.
The guy that played the pilot on the TV show Airwolf.
The pilot.
The pilot, the guy that flew Airwolf on the TV show.
Oh, Van Houston or something like that is the name. Ernest Borgnine.
Michael Vincent is his?
Michael.
That's it. Yes.
Jan
Is
Michael
he
Vincent.
alive or dead?
I'm gonna say he's dead. Because
I'm gonna say he's alive.
I'm just grim like that. He
I'm
might
gonna
have.
say he's alive. I don't know.
He died in an airplane crash.
That would be very unfitting.
What is Scott?
He's alive.
He's alive. Yep, he's alive.
Okay, I got one for you, Scott. Kenny Baker.
Who is Kenny Baker?
You don't know who Kenny Baker is?
I don't know who Kenny
See,
Baker
that was a good sound effect place to plug a sound effect of something. You don't know who Kenny Baker is?
Obviously, he's a cow or he has something to do with
Perfect.
farming. I don't know.
Scott, Kenny Baker was the person who was inside the R2D2 machine.
Ah,
His
they
name is
actually
Kenny-
had a person.
Yes, his
inside.
name was Kenny Baker. All right,
I
Scott.
think
so
he's
what do you think?
alive too. I'm gonna go
Think
with
he's still-
alive.
okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with alive on that.
Kenny Baker.
Yes, he's still alive.
He's still alive. All right.
Damn.
All right.
79? Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
Yeah, my turn.
But he's
Okay.
he was like the shortest actor in Hollywood.
Dom DeLuise.
Dom DeLuise.
Yeah.
From Smokey and the Bandit.
That was not a massage for my eardrums, Chad. That was painful.
I was just hitting a block of wood with another block of wood just now.
Dom DeLuise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes or no? Dead or alive?
I
gonna
believe
say he's
he's
dead.
I believe he's dead.
Actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that.
His son played on 21 Jump Street.
Really?
Peter DeLuise.
I did not know that.
Yeah. We're the
He's passed away May 4th, 2009.
2009. Okay.
He was a
he's
good
dead.
one.
Go ahead.
Well, okay.
We're playing Dead or Alive on World of the Unexplained. If you want to call in,
Or we could just say
777-227-382. Dead or Alive.
Okay.
A real person.
Oh, they have to be real.
Yes.
God damn it. So much for you. Mexican Dan.
Great.
It was the movies. God, it was named Mexican Dan. It was hilarious. Don't you remember Mexican Dan?
I don't remember the
It was the mid 80s.
I do remember the film Shakes the Clown.
It's just awful.
What a depressing film of epic. Have you ever seen Shakes the Clown?
Terrible, absolutely terrible.
Oh, okay.
I think Goldway.
Yeah,
he's alive.
The guy who was the drill sergeant in Full Metal Jacket, Arlie Ermy.
I think he's still alive.
Arlie Ermy, one of my favorite actors.
Yeah, I think he's still alive.
Seriously, I can't believe you had never seen Mexican Dan.
No,
it's a great movie. I mean, I have watched almost none of the movies we mentioned tonight, and yet the one movie that I bring up, nobody else has seen.
What are you doing?
I was trying to be conspiratorial with a microphone and the audience who's not listening but will.
They can't watch. He's alive.
Arlie Ermy is alive. There's no such movie as Mexican Dan. I just picked that up. Don't tell Scott.
His aside. Let's see.
Don't tell Scott it's not real. Oh my God, Mexican Dan. Had a Ben Affleck and Peter Stewart May.
Okay.
It's a restaurant.
It's a restaurant named Mexican Dan. Okay. Where's it at?
Ronaldo Beach, California.
Yeah,
Ronaldo
it's
Beach,
about
California.
it's about that restaurant.
If anyone has ever eaten at Mexican Dan in Ronaldo Beach, California, please feel free to email us at the show. We get a lot of California downloads because I don't know why, but we do. So email us here, worldoftheunexplained@gmail.com. Tell us if the food's good and tell us what we should get if we find ourselves at Mexican Dan's in Ronaldo, California.
Yep, free rolling.
Okay.
So
it's my turn. Yeah. Think of someone that's not going to be easy here.
Yeah.
Let's see here. The guy that played Higgins on Magnum PI.
Oh my gosh, Higgins, awesome.
Okay.
Higgins,
That is Mexican.
I want to hope that Higgins is still alive.
Let's see if Higgins is still alive.
Let me see the picture.
That's Mexican Dan. You showed me a picture of. Well,
Is Higgins still alive? I hope he is.
I don't know. I don't know if he's.
I don't think Zeus and Apollo are still alive though.
I'm going to say he's alive, but I don't know.
I'm looking as fast as I can.
Let's see. A guy who played Higgins. Guy who played.
Isn't that wonderful about the internet? You can just sort of
played
nonsensically
Higgins.
BS some stuff and.
I'm assuming he's still alive.
Why are you assuming that?
Because it says he's 81.
He's 81.
Okay. What's his name?
John Benedict Hillerman.
John Hillerman. Yeah.
John Hillerman. That's right.
It says it is an American actor, so yeah, he's still alive.
So he wasn't British. You know what really bothered me was like two of the main characters of The Walking Dead are British.
Okay.
You know, Andrew Lincoln and that other girl.
This bothers you. Why?
I don't know, man.
Because they're in Atlanta, Georgia, man.
Oh,
Yeah, it just bothers me somehow.
You know, British people can live in Atlanta, Georgia, if they so wish, I guess.
Well, I don't know. The War of 1812 was kind of rough on that state with the British. The British were really kind of vilified at that place.
The regulars.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, with their brown besses.
They're brown besses.
Yeah.
Whoa, Black Betty.
That's
Whoa.
Brown Bess happened. And yeah, Brown Bess was more like, I'm not going to do it. I don't even know. I'm not prepared to create a fictitious colonial version of the song Brown Bess. I don't even know what colonial music sounds like. Do you know what colonial music sounds like, Scott?
It sounds something like this.
Wow, Tom York, you're a time traveler. Holy cow. Awesome. No wonder you're so awesome.
We've used cheap tricks to keep you listening to our podcast tonight. Or have we?
Cheap tricks and witty repertoire.
That's right.
Scott.
Yeah. You know, I have a slew of shows that you remember there for a while. We went through that bent where we were like never having guests for like weeks in a row.
Yeah.
And so it'd be like guestless, you know? Yeah. We had like 10 of them or
Guestless
something.
in Kernersville.
It was bad.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how we could really keep this up. I mean, you know.
We only got 10 minutes left.
I know, yeah. Well,
No, I was really talking about the guest list.
He was just talking about the guest list.
The guest list. I like free rolling better. I think that's a little more.
Yeah,
guest list. That sounds kind of sad. You know, like you're at a party.
does.
Like you're at a party, and we've all been there.
Showed up.
No, well, you got a party and there's like just 3 dudes on a couch drinking Budweiser, watching
sports.
the sports on a crappy black and white TV. You never want a party at all that involves TV.
Yeah, then it's bad.
People. Anyway,
Still drinking party.
yeah. But so yeah, guest list. It sort of sounds like 3 dudes on a couch.
I saw one the other day when I was going through. It's like
oh, man.
We had some guy named Ian Ratowski, mixed bag. That's what we call it, mixed bag with Ian Ratowski. He played in some band, and I don't even know how we knew him through some guest or so. It was weird.
What is this now?
Oh, it's probably when we were tight with the dude in California.
It might no, I don't think so, dude. I think this was like
Mixed bag.
Mixed bag.
That was the name of the band.
That's what I called. No, that's what I called the show.
It's in a guest list.
Oh right, yeah. Well, that's
we had guests. We had this guy.
Well, I guess that's what I'm saying. You don't want to. You don't want to.
He
I don't remember this at all.
Chuck remembers. Do you remember it, Dave? No? Oh, okay.
You should call it. I mean, free rolling. So because that's what we're doing here tonight. But you could also call it potpourri.
Or I could call it mirror.
You could just inscribe.
I can call it Mr. Nichols Easter egg.
Right, that's smart, Scott, because then they don't have to listen to the thing at all. And I feel like my precious time, has been wasted because you gave away
45 seconds.
What? We've only been recording 45 seconds. This is a time warp.
No, you gotta get out that. No, wrong one.
Maybe we should name them.
Yeah, they are named. Yeah, that would be.
That one's called Tom York.
Tom York,
or maybe call it a massage. Was that the massage to your eardrums, Chuck? A massage from eardrums.
See,
I'm incapable of speaking the English language right now.
The English language.
My words are totally cromulent right now.
Exactly. You see where I got that from now, huh?
Oh, wait, that's in the intro?
Yeah. That's one of the things I produced, yeah. We're not going to put
that
up
one with the ripping. Like you should call that Let's play it again. I mean, let's see if it works. The one with the ripping. No. 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 No.
No. Left bottom corner. Never mind.
Left bottom. See.
There you go. Oh Lord, it's just like crack cocaine, isn't it? The show.
You got to step on it sometimes, man.
It's so addictive.
Some people know that.
It's like driving by a car accident. You just got to listen for 2 hours.
What is wrong with these people? Oh, another thing.
Wait, we need the wolf noise for the WOTU wolf and for Chuck.
What's the wolf noise?
Just a wolf howling. That's what we need. We don't have that. That's the closest we get on.
That's the
were-cow.
Yes. It's the least known of all the lycanthropes.
It's actually from ancient Greek literature.
It is called the Thermoloculus.
Yes, of
Thermoloculus
of ancient Greece.
Yes, they were very well known to blind people with their milk, which was acidic. It was
an anticoagulant.
Yeah, it was an anticoagulant, so their face would melt and then it would just bleed.
Yes,
and then they would sit there with a bleeding, melted face.
And then the cow would look at
the well, no, then the were-cow would just follow them and devour their I don't know,
their fingernails.
Thermolacus, yeah, it was a horrible creature. It could only be slain by a
man with a can and a plan.
No, that's how you fight ninjas. Everybody knows that. Jeez, Scotty, you giving away all the secrets tonight?
Sorry, man.
Seriously, dude.
So the secrets will be revealed.
No, I think a milkmaid basically is how you get rid of the Thermolacus. They milk the acid anticoagulant milk.
Yes.
And then they revert back to their true form, which is just a
kitty cat.
Yeah.
Named Nichols.
That turns into Mr. Nichols. If you don't get it now, apparently that's
you've not listened to the show.
I don't know. I'm not confirming or denying it. I'm just saying, my beloved cat, Mr. Nichols, Anyway, the cat would turn into a block of cheese.
Yeah,
cheese.
thank God the show's about over. We have to go get in our van.
Hold on, I gotta call
control.
I gotta make sure I call Kilmer and
Tom Cruise,
and
Keanu,
and oh my God,
Michael J. Fox,
Teen Wolf. My short-term memory is really gone.
It's all the drugs.
People, really?
I'm kidding. It's not the drugs.
It's not.
No, you're fine on those. You have been for years. For a crack addict, you do well.
It's true, man. I mean, actually, I'm probably the most functioning. The medical.
If it weren't for the heroin, too, I mean,
well, that's when I have to go on a diet, though. It's the Perry Farrell diet.
The Perry Farrell diet.
Crack cocaine and heroin, and I drink
heroin and red wine.
I drink red wine, yes. And then I do my hair up and put light bulbs in it. And, that's basically it. I lose the weight, just crashes, really.
But next week, I promise we'll have a guest. Or, I'm sorry, week after next. Yeah, you know what I mean. Anyway.
Also, I want to make a caveat that I don't really caveat. It's all nonsense.
Well, have you come up with a tagline for Winston-Salem yet?
I haven't. I dream of a world without pockets.
Winston-Salem. The Camel City.
Dromedary or Bactrian. Whatever. It's two different kind of camels, Scott. It's two types of camels.
The hyphen, and if you Google Winston-Salem, look at the hyphen, because it's very... Winston had to work really hard to get that hyphen.
Did they really?
Yes.
I think the Masons had something to do with that hyphen.
Could be. Or it could be the Illuminati. Yes, it's mine.
I don't remember the song. I thought I knew all your songs, but
it's the one they played on the radio years ago, 2001. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that's it. Thank God you people have survived. You all deserve a medal and a trophy,
and an award of some kind,
and a reward of some kind, delivered to you by my cat, Mr. Nichols. That's how Mr. Nichols sounds when he meows.
All right, guys, we're out. We'll see you guys in a couple of weeks. It's Jay Scott.
It's Trinlackey. I have no tagline, and don't you forget it.